Coming up on the CODE Bet Daily EPL show, we try to back a winner at Flemington. Also, there's a lot of football, stats guy.
Get around it. We're very excited. We're going to go a lot better than last week.
Yeah, it's impossible not to. Hey, Marcus.
I'm going good. The Chelsea, who do we lose to now on this horrendous run of form?
Oh,
you're playing Man City this weekend, so that's not great for you. Arsenal come up against Burnley, and there's injuries galore in that Arsenal squad. I also stage a walkout at the end of the show. But check it out, because the CODE Bet Daily EPL show starts right now. Welcome to the CODE Bet Daily, also the EPL Weekly Show. It is time for Matchweek 12 of the English Premier League before another boring-ass international break. I'm your host, Alex Donnelly. I am joined by two guys who have finally figured out what it's like to win, Stats Guy and Marcus.
Yes, Chelsea, we're back.
Finally, we're on a roll. We're undefeated in the last 4, 5? Brentford, actually, whoops.
Brentford.
Maybe not.
Good stuff.
We're excited, Chelsea fans, just for this week.
I know, you beat 9 guys and it took a long time for you to score a goal against 9
never in
players.
doubt.
I can thank Ange for that one.
Yeah, honestly, the tactics of Ange were horrendous. Also, his team losing their minds after one yellow card. It was just
the best hat-trick ever. Nicholas Jackson with the best hat-trick of all time.
Yeah, this feels very Spursy with the hamstring tear and a couple of suspensions and Maddison getting injured. But anyway, we can get ripping into that because, as I said off the top, CODE Bet EPL show, also the CODE Bet Daily. So we've got player props, game picks, best bets for every single game of Matchweek 12. I've timed this horribly as they're around the turn in the second at Flemington, and it's Oaks Day.
Alex is twitching. He's like, I need to look at the ranks.
Recap of last week's results. Just tell me if a thing in the brown colours and yellow cap comes down the outside. Recap of last week's results. I got 3. Jesus. Stats Guy got 2.
I reckon if I close my eyes
Marcus got 4.
There was
I am actually coming down the outside. This is really bad
7 favourites lost, I'm pretty sure, in the Premier League.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, drew or lost in the Premier League last week. So it was a very, very hard week.
I am not
Alex
going to
is
win.
trying to find out which horse.
The other thing I wanted to back's about to win. That's
is that
not
fanciful?
great. Yeah, that's fanciful. Nah, the inside's kicking back.
Inside.
Anyway, let's get away for some key takeaways for last week as the inside and the Simon Wild colours is one.
I came second.
But no one cares. Let's be honest. Chelsea, you blokes got very lucky against Spurs on Monday night.
We did. Yeah, with the 2 red cards. Yeah, pretty controversial, but we'll take it. We'll absolutely take it.
5 disallowed goals.
I think it was 5 disallowed goals. It was
ridiculous.
The game went for 2 hours.
Yeah, it was crazy that game.
Yeah. Knots continue their amazing form at home. I've been saying it.
Yeah, at the City ground. It's just a bit of a fortress there. It's weird.
God bless them.
And then away they just figured out to play, but that's all right.
$20 winner, of course. Get around Luton Town. God bless them, getting the job done. That was, it was a draw, wasn't it? Draw against Liverpool.
That is a job done.
Close enough. Yeah,
that is
close to.
Yeah, and let's be honest, VAR absolutely stinks.
Yeah.
Where are we, Homer? Continue.
We have literally had worse decisions since VAR's come on board. I don't get how that's impossible.
I think it makes it harder for the refs because they know that they can rely on it, and then every decision they just got to go to the screen.
But they can't, because Tottenham should have been down to 9 men in the first half. The goal for Newcastle against Arsenal shouldn't have been allowed. It was a foul as clear as day. And then there's been just a litany of decisions throughout the year. You've had the offside in the Tottenham and Liverpool game. And then there's a bunch of other ones. Last year in the Arsenal game, there was a forgot to draw the lines for an offside that led to a Brentford win.
Even this morning had a few iffy ones.
Yeah, well, then they had one this morning. A foul was given for less pressure than it was on Gabriel over the weekend, but different leagues, different sort of way that they go about it. So
we have the best league in the world.
And the worst refereeing
And the worst
in the
refereeing.
world. I thought the AFL umpiring was bad, and then we've been served up with this rubbish.
The AFL umpiring is amazing.
We've got nothing to compare it to.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into some show rules. No tipping Erling Haaland anytime goal, because anyone can do that. And no mention of Ange ball, because the wheels are starting to fall off.
Oh, that's one game.
Yeah, exactly. And they lost to Chelsea. All right, let's get into the first game. The first game we are talking about involves Ange Postecoglou, because Wolves, $3.25, the draw $3.65. Tottenham at $2.15. This is at the Molineux Saturday early kickoff. This is rough for Tottenham.
It's a good game, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they've got the short turnaround.
They had, the Monday and then straight into the Saturday.
Well, I suppose that's what happens when you don't make Europe.
Yeah, they have a massive break because a lot of teams are playing Champions League and Europa League, I guess. So that's probably why they're Tottenham, you can have the short break because you're not playing.
Well, I was about to say Arsenal played Sunday and then had to back up on Wednesday. And then
bad luck.
Yeah. Will James Maddison be fit?
Yeah, that's a big question as well.
That could change my tip if he's,
Yeah, so there's the big question mark there. James Maddison's fit. You've got the 2 blokes, Udogie and I can't remember the other guy's name, Romero. They're not going to be playing. So, and their other centre-back tore his hamstring. So 3 of their starting backs are just gone. They're not going to be playing this week, and that hamstring dead set looks to be a 2 or 3 month.
I think they had to play Emerson Royale when they brought him on at centre back.
Yeah, not good.
That's crazy.
So I honestly, I know I've been not a non-believer in Spurs all year, but this is really bad. That the fact that 3 of their starting defenders aren't going to be playing.
Yep.
thankfully they've got an international break coming up, but that doesn't really help because it's red card suspensions and it's a hamstring tear that's going to be 3 to 4 months.
I think this says a lot about Tottenham. Like, this will say a lot about Tottenham this week. If they come
out and get enrolled, it just proves a lot of people who have been like,
this more tells us about Tottenham now than they did at the start of the season.
Yeah, a bit of their depth.
But it's also, it's Wolves, so you'd really be expecting them to win regardless.
Wolves have been all right.
Yeah,
playing well. Yeah.
So anyway, just for a play prop for me to start off with, Hwang Hee-chan for me, anytime goal. We love the Korean guy here. He's got 6 goals and 2 assists in his last 9 games for Tottenham.
Awesome for fantasy.
For Wolves across all competitions. Then you also look at the recent history. Wolves have won 2 of the last 3 between the two. The under 2.5 goals has hit in the last 6, so I'm taking the unders there. This is going to be one of those rare Tottenham games where we might not see goals, I think.
Yeah.
And of course, my screen decides to go to black just there as well as I wanted to get the under 2.5 up. So
$2.29.
$2.29. I'm happy to take that.
That's really good, actually.
Yep.
I think that's a good bet. And that leaves me to my tip. We talked about the injuries that Tottenham have. James Maddison questionable. 3 of your starting defenders not playing. Any team would struggle with that depth. I'm going to tip Wolves at home, given their recent good record. I think they're good odds at $3.25.
Ooh, I am leaning towards Spurs, but not even because of Spurs form. More that Wolves lost to Sheffield United on the weekend. We haven't talked about that. That is an absolute joke.
They cost me my multi.
Exact same as me. I think that was our best bet of the weekend, and they've lost. I can't believe they lost to Sheffield United, who have been horrible. So anyone that loses to Sheffield United, I just don't have any faith in tipping a draw or a win there for them. So Spurs, I know that their defense. I think I might even change my tip to a draw if Maddison doesn't play.
Yeah, well, you have to tip now.
But I'm going to tip now, and even if he doesn't, I think Spurs just have a much better team.
Yeah,
so
I'm going to meet you guys in the middle and go a draw.
Oh, we're all going different ones.
Draws
are right.
Come on, this is plausible.
Yeah, that's a plausible draw.
Yeah, just need to shock the first game. Marcus tips a draw.
Has to be done.
Who's done Liverpool and Brentford?
I have.
Let's go.
So obviously, Liverpool salvaged a humiliating point against Luton in the final seconds.
That was awesome to watch that game.
It was Luis Diaz scored a header. So, and nice tribute to his father, who's obviously...
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. Didn't do the Anthony where he showed his message before the game. Diaz was like, I'm going to score.
Yeah. So, obviously, hopefully, everything all ends up well there. I think it's... That's still going?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Yeah. Anyways, Brentford ended up beating West Ham in a high-scoring match. I think it's 3-2, wasn't it?
That was awesome.
That was a great game.
3 wins in a row for Brentford now in the Premier League.
So suck it, Marcus. Who said they were going to get relegated?
There's still a long season ahead.
But can they cause an upset here at Anfield? I very much doubt it.
Yeah.
But you never know. Neil Maupay has actually been playing surprisingly well.
Yeah.
For Brentford up front, his return to Brentford, he's got a goal contribution in those three wins that I've just mentioned before. But I really fancy over 2.5 goals here at Anfield. There's not a lot of value, obviously, but I think it could be a handy addition if you want to include it into a multi.
Yep, perfect.
But Brentford have only beat Liverpool once since 1939, and that's been 11 meetings, and they haven't kept a clean sheet against Liverpool since 1936.
That's not great.
It's not great if you're a Bees fan.
That's very fun.
And Liverpool have only conceded once against Brentford in their previous 6 home meetings.
Wow.
And if Brentford are to win this, it'll be the first time that they've won their 4 top flight games in their history in a row.
So 4 in a row.
They've never done that before.
In the top flight. Okay.
No, I think. Once, sorry.
Once. You said that.
1939.
Since
was the last time they did it.
Everything's just back to 1939 because they weren't in the league for a while. But
it's all back to 1939. But Liverpool at Anfield is just a different beast.
Yeah.
And I think the Anfield Fortress after was gone for a little bit there. I think it's returning. They've won all 8 at Anfield this season in all competitions by at least 2+ goals as well. So if they win by 2+ goals at Anfield again, it'll be the first time in 43 years that they've done so.
Wow.
But for a player prop here, I think you just got to go with Mo Salah, really, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. He's
but
awesome.
Instead, there's not much value for him to kick a goal. I think it's $1.92. Instead, we're going to go first goal scorer, Mo Salah at $4.10.
Okay.
Scored in 13 of the 14 previous Premier League games at Anfield.
13 of 14.
That's
pretty
ridiculous.
good.
Ridiculous. And he's been the first goal kicker in 2 of those past 3.
All right.
So
That's
$4.10 there, and
Nice.
I'll back Liverpool for the win as well.
Yeah, you got to back Liverpool here. I know it's only $1.40, but even that $1.40 is probably good for your multis. I think Brentford $7.50 is probably a bit harsh, but if it was their home game, they would have a chance, I reckon. But Anfield, like you said, I think they're going to absolutely smash them at Anfield.
No knocks, yeah. I'm tipping Liverpool. I think they'll be getting the job done. $1.40 seems all right. Let's just see how they go. They've got Europa League tomorrow morning? Yeah, tomorrow morning sounds about right. Yep. So yeah, let's see how they go there. All right, Stats Guy, you got the big game of the weekend.
Oh, big game of the weekend. I'm a bit worried about this. Chelsea, we're back. Not really yet. $5. Draw is $3.65. And Man City, $1.80, which I don't understand how if the punters didn't actually watch Chelsea's game the other day. Chelsea, very inconsistent. We had probably the luckiest 4 win that we've ever had. 4-1 win against Spurs. It was just nuts. Obviously, we went down to 9 men. Spurs got a few injuries and things like that, so that was very lucky. He had Nicholas Jackson with the hat-trick, but again, I'm not trusting in this. He missed a few. Vicario was amazing in goals. I think he's one of the best goalkeepers.
He
got kicked in the face a lot.
Could have easily been
pretty.
Could easily be more, but once you go down to 9 men in the Premier League, no matter which team you're facing, you're going to score a few goals. Chelsea haven't scored in the last 4 meetings. Man City have won 1-0 in the last 4 meetings between these two, which I looked at, thought it was a glitch in our system. That's a really weird, bit of a stat there. So I'm going to go the under 2.5 goals. You got 2 top 5 defenses going head to head. I know Chelsea haven't been very good in 10th, but we're still in the top 5 defenses, so we've actually been pretty strong in defence. Yep. 5 of the last 6 games at Stamford Bridge between these two teams have gone under the 2.5. So I'm going to go under 2.5 goals at $2. And then having a look at
that's big in a Man City game.
I know it is, but you got the 1-0 last 4 has sort of put me over the line there. Okay. And then Chelsea haven't conceded many goals at Stamford Bridge this season. So I'm just going to go the under 2.5. I still think City could win this 2-0 or something like that, or maybe even a 1-0 again if you're going to go correct score. But I'm going to go City and the under there. Then looking at some player props, you got to look at some rising stars, both 21-year-olds. Jeremy Doku had one of the best Premier League performances.
It was against Sheffield.
No, it was against Bournemouth.
Oh, even more.
I don't care if you're getting 1 goal and 4 assists in a game.
I don't think many players have got.
I was trying to have a look. I couldn't find the exact stat how many players have done it.
He's the youngest person to have 4 goal involvements in a game.
He had 5 score involvements in 1 game, which is unbelievable. I think he can tear Chelsea up here. He's got that pace that sort of Spurs got out the back even a few times with 9 men with the pace. So
Cucurella sucks.
Cucurella should not be starting. If he's starting, just put the house on Man City. Doku, he's got the extreme pace. The score assist at $2.25. He's come in a lot. Usually he's around that $3 mark, but because he dominated last game, I really like. I'm not sure if Chelsea can score in this, but if you're going to back someone on the Chelsea side, you got to go Cole Palmer. I don't really trust anyone else for the score assists.
I was about to say, he seems like he's going to be over bet now because he's the only guy that can score.
Yeah, he's still $3.10, which is pretty good value. He's got 6 goals.
Handy that he's on penalties, I think.
He's on penalties. We're literally using him every time in attack because he's the only one that's really getting into the box. So
and he'll be up and about.
He'll be up and about against his old team. That's the other reason. 6 goal contributions in his last 5 games. I'm not heavily going to be on him. I'd be leaning towards Doku or Alvarez, but I'm going to go Doku as my main one there. Finishing off, City have won 7 of the last 9 meetings since 2018. It's first, 10th. Pace is a worry for Chelsea. I think Spurs even had chances with 9 men with that pace. Doku and a few others for City. I think they're going to get out the back and score a few goals. Can't believe they're $1.80, so that's my best bet of the weekend for City to win. That's a really good price for City. And then City halftime, full-time, $2.90 is really good as well.
I like it. Yeah. City will win.
Yep. City will win. I agree. I think City should win this.
Yeah. All right, let's rip into the rest of the games for the weekend. Crystal Palace, $2.45. The draw, $3.30. Everton currently $3. Selhurst Park, Sunday, 2 a.m. Wowee.
Can't wait for this one.
Yeah, this is going to be absolutely boring. It's going to be a 0-0 draw.
I reckon it could be a 0-0 draw. It screams draw. Both bottom 5 offenses. Palace have the second most draws in the league. The last meeting was a 0-0 draw as well. So even correct score 0-0. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to go the draw at $3.30. I think that's a good bet. I
think Palace are just consistently average, and Everton.
What was it? Like 10th to 13th, they'll be there.
That's what I said.
Everton are just
0-0 draws, $8.
But good inconsistent at times.
Yeah,
especially
they're not too bad at Selhurst Park usually. I'll give you. Yeah.
But I'm gonna go Palace at Selhurst Park.
Cool.
Nice.
Man United $1.33. The draw $5.70. Luton Town $9. Old Trafford Sunday 2 a.m. Luton Town have the chance to do the funniest thing in the history of football.
Yes, they definitely do.
United lost to Copenhagen this morning. Got on them. Righto,
Stats guy. Stop trumpeting. You backed 1-0.
We're a betting show. We got to get some winners.
Yeah, but you didn't tip it anyway. You come in this show. Hey, boys, I backed Copenhagen.
You should have done it.
Great Stats guy. Put it in the group chat.
You could have backed it.
I wasn't paying attention to crap-ass Copenhagen and Manchester United.
If we did
I was too busy watching Arsenal decimate Sevilla.
Oh, they decimated him, yeah.
It was. It's 0.02 expected goals for a game.
True.
Yeah.
No, I would have tipped it if we had a CODE Bet daily for sure. But that's all right. That's all good.
That's because stats guy didn't come into the office yesterday.
I'm back in Man U this one. I don't trust Luton. I know they got a draw against Liverpool.
I wonder why you can't trust Luton stats guy.
But maybe you were saying hopefully they can.
Oh, no, I said they have the chance. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
I thought you were leaning towards something like a draw or something.
Luton is so bad that Man United will win just by being less inept.
I agree. Man U halftime, full time. I know that's a bit riskier, but $2 I really like because I think they could win 1 or 2-0 and a half.
Don't put Manchester United in your multis this weekend. This is just screaming no.
You know what? Screw it. I'm going Luton.
Oh!
Just for a laugh.
This is like
just to say that
this is like when Corporate Gym tipped West Coast that time, and we're like, we got one. That was great.
Well, this is the first time Luton has been tipped on the show, so this is a
I'll tip them against Burnley. Go on, Luton. They've got a dog.
They already have played Burnley.
They have a dog at their stadium, and it's awesome.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Like Ted,
you had your chance to tip him, and
he's a good boy. I don't care. I love the dog. I'm all about the dog. Anyway. Let's get back on track. Speaking of getting back on track, Arsenal are $1.20. The draw is $7.25. Burnley is $17. Wow.
Where's the zero on the end?
Anyway, Arsenal over 3.5 goals, $2.50. I think Mikel Arteta rocketed Arsenal's attacking lineup this morning because he said in a pre-match interview, he's like, we weren't at all dangerous in our attacking zone. Like we controlled the games, but we weren't great going forward and scoring. I was like, we never looked like scoring a goal against Newcastle. So I'm not saying we should have won that game. It should have been a 0-0 draw.
Yeah, he came out and said we have to, against Liverpool, when the decision went his way, he said we have to support our referees.
No, that wasn't him. That was the Liverpool-Tottenham one.
Oh, that was Liverpool-Tottenham. He was talking about that.
But it's also because it doesn't involve him, so he's just playing a straight bat, not to crowd.
And then now he's bagging him. Yeah.
But also, he went
it's obviously self-interest is the best kind of interest in these things, but the thing
he's
is...
a bit of a sook,
well, but he's not, though, because it's...
He is. Yeah, let's be real. Let's be real. He
should have been a foul?
I don't think it was on a fifth foul, 50-50.
Yeah.
It wasn't clear. It's made for clear and obvious errors.
He had his hands in his back.
Attackers can do that in the box.
Yeah.
For penalties.
Should Guimaraes been sent off for the elbow to the head?
I think he probably should have.
Probably.
Yeah.
So, he can complain about that.
I was about to say, what Arteta should have done was Guimaraes should have been sent off, but so should have Kai Havertz.
Yeah, exactly.
Because also that puts the pressure back on VAR going, hey, my dude should have been sent off, but hey, suck it, you didn't send him off.
You get a red card.
Everybody gets a red. Hey, we get a lot of red cards in the EPL this year.
True.
But anyway, so back to the original point of Arsenal's attacking duo this morning, Saka and Martinelli, were just in behind all morning. They were exceptionally dangerous, and those poor Sevilla defenders were like, can we go back to Spain? This sucks. Like they were not happy with it. A lot of injury woes at Arsenal at the moment. So no Odegaard, no Partey, no Nketiah, no Smith Rowe, and someone else is out who I've completely spaced on right now. But a lot of forward-going players for Arsenal aren't playing. Hopefully Nketiah and Odegaard are back this weekend. We know Jesus went back. Can we just sell Partey? Keeps getting injured. Anyway, Arsenal over 3.5 goals at $2.50.
Yeah,
they could absolutely whip them like they did. This is like the Sheffield United game all over again. Won't be surprised to see if like Reece Nelson starts or something. Give some of those other blokes like a Kiwi or Vieira. Yeah, but still Declan Rice, Saliba, Gabriel start. But it's like, okay, then you can sort of mix and match around. Havertz was actually good this morning, side note.
Nice.
Like really good.
Yeah, I'm going to go Arsenal as well, obviously, against Burnley. Burnley are on even points now to Sheffield, so that's a bit of an iffy one for the bottom of the table, even though I was very heavy on Sheffield for the bottom of the table. Going to go Arsenal and Saka to score. I think if you're going to score big...
He hobbled off this morning.
Oh.
But it
Maybe
looked like it was an impact knock, so I reckon...
Just probably rest him.
This is a game coming into an international break, rest him and be like, oh, sorry, Gareth, he's actually sore again. He can't play.
Well, if he does play, I'm going to go Arsenal and Saka to score.
I reckon Martinelli's the one because he was dangerous, but it was lacking that clinical finish or finishing touch. So maybe Martinelli an assist.
He has struggled to find the back of the net though, Martinelli, so far in the Premier League.
But he missed 4 games, so he's played like 5 games this year.
5 games.
He did score against City. So he's but when
it did.
Doesn't matter. Still winning the back of the net. It's like Nicholas Jackson's hat trick. But I know what you mean though. Like he was just, you could see
this is the game.
He's like,
though.
I'm going great. It's that little one thing that he's missing.
Maybe that goal against City probably would just lift his confidence up.
But it wouldn't. It was a month ago. So
yeah, true.
But he wasn't really having shots. He was on like the the corner of the box, crossing it in, so maybe an assist or something. Anyway, a lot of betting options in that game. Bournemouth, $5, the draw $4.10. Newcastle, $1.67. Vitality Stadium, Sunday, 4:30 in the morning. As someone who I woke up at 4:20 last Sunday. I was like, well, I'll watch Arsenal Newcastle, I guess.
Oh, here we go.
Well, I woke up. I went to bed and woke up. I didn't stay up. Anyway. Going to this game. I'm going to tip Bournemouth or draw in this, the old double chance market. 4 of the last 5 away games for Newcastle have been a draw when they've started as betting favourite.
Really?
And going forward last week, their expected goals was like 0.3 for the game as well. Like it was very dour. They've got a lot of players out. There's no Ishak at the moment. Callum Wilson wasn't great. Jacob Murphy, when he came on, did nothing. So maybe at home, Bournemouth can just park the bus and hopefully get away with a draw.
Oh, yeah, I don't think they will, just with their manager. They'll park the bus.
That was a funny transition, I
said I'm hoping.
That's what I mean, yeah. I don't think they'll park the bus just the way that, I think it's Areola, something like that.
Yeah, he likes to play attack.
They are getting their just desserts for sacking O'Neill.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's actually been pretty good. Yeah.
He's been great at Wolves.
But I just can't trust Bournemouth here, so I'm going to go the Toon.
Yeah, I'll go the Toon as well. Newcastle on over 2.5 goals I really like as well. Second best offense. I know they couldn't get through Arsenal, but you're coming up against Bournemouth, who are much worse defense.
Yeah,
so.
but it is. If it was like at Newcastle, I'd be like, but
it could be like a 7-0 at Newcastle. Yeah, I think this will be like a 2-0 or something like that. Oh, sorry, 3-0 because I'm going the over 2.5 goals.
It's going to be 2-0, but I'm tipping the over.
Definitely over 3-0. That was my brain. I was like, can I bet on both? Newcastle
yes,
over.
you can.
Yes, you can.
It would be done. Yeah. Newcastle over 2.5 goals, $2.38.
Cool.
Leaning towards.
Yeah. West Ham $1.85. The draw $3.70. Notts Forest $4.20. Noise. London Stadium Monday 1 a.m. Just because it's in London, I'm tipping West Ham.
Yeah, West Ham, they've been pretty good. I think they've unbeaten in 5 of their last 6 home games. They're much better at London Stadium. And you got Notts, who, if it was at home, I might even tip them to win if it was at the City ground. But don't trust them away.
Yeah, well, West Ham haven't won 4 on the trot now. They've lost to Villa, Everton, and Brentford in their last 3.
Right, actually, yeah.
So they're in actually pretty horrid run of form.
Which at the start they were killing it as well.
But with home ground advantage, I'm going to split the middle, go a draw, no surprises.
Nice. You haven't had too many draws.
Yeah, I'll give it to him. Aston Villa $1.60, draw nice, $4.20. Fulham $5.50. Villa Park Monday 1 a.m. Villa are going to win because they are awesome at home. Yep. They're $1.60. They are the best bet of the weekend.
Is that 11 or 12?
I think it's 12. Yeah,
12 in a row.
So. I didn't get on them the other week, so I'm going to get on in this week. Villa and both teams to score. I know that Villa are a much better team, but both teams have scored in the last 5 Villa home matches. They play really attacking. I just think Fulham might sneak out the back to get one, and this could be like a 3-1 win to Villa.
Yeah, I'm gonna back Alex there. It's gonna be my best bet of the week.
Nice.
Head to head.
Cool. Like it. Oh, my screen's gone. That's not great. This is great stats guy. What's the next game? Read it out for me.
The next game is Brighton, $1.25. The draw is $6.75, and Sheffield United is $13, missing another 0 at the Amex, and it's Monday at 1 a.m.
This is the kind of hosting you're going to get on the new cricket show that kicks off at the start of December. Stats guy Marcus and Leo will be taking care of that show, and it'll be hosted by our very own stats guy.
I didn't think that would be happening, but it's happening.
Yeah, aka Jim and I don't want to do it. Anyway, Brighton will win. They're in less horrible form and really need a win. So
they really need a win.
Yeah. Otherwise, we may not hear from Phil ever again. He died the way he lived, watching Brighton lose.
Brighton, yeah.
If there's a game that they're going to get points from, it's this one. So Brighton win.
Yeah, surely Sheffield can't get points to 2 weeks in a row. That's impossible for them. So Brighton and that's gonna bite me in the ass.
100%.
Brighton and Ferguson to score. I need him to score in my fantasy again, and he's been pretty solid. So I'm gonna go score at home. So Brighton and Ferguson to score $2.15. There we go.
It's best bets. It's best bets. It's time for all the best bets.
Thanks, Jim. Aston Villa are my best bet of the weekend at the $1.60. It's not much of a price, but they're going to win, so how good is life? Take that and run, I think.
Take it and run. Nice. I'm going to go Man City head-to-head against Chelsea. Pains me to say that, but $1.80 for Man City against anyone is really good odds. Then I'm going to go Saka, your mate, Alex, to score against Burnley, $2.20. I think just it's going to open up for him, and he's going to have
scored a beauty
shots
this morning.
And he scored this morning, yeah.
Yep, stepped inside, made someone slide away, shooting star style. And
he
in the back of the
made
net.
him go and fetch him some milk from the shops, and then he scored a goal.
Still great.
Still sliding.
My best bet, I'm going to go, Villa as well, but also I'm not going to go the Mo Salah first goal for the best bet, but him to score any time at $1.92, 93, whatever it was, is best bet.
Rate my multi.
Thanks, Jim. All right.
I'll chuck one in there if you.
I've got one. You can do one too.
All right, you go first.
All right, Arsenal over 3.5 goals against Burnley. Liverpool head-to-head. Villa head-to-head. Brighton and over 2.5 goals against Sheffield. $9.07, gentlemen. Rate my multi.
What was the first leg again?
Arsenal over 3.5.
Over 3.5. Ooh.
Yep.
Remember that Arsenal record at home as well. Like the over 2.5 is hitting like
you just need one more
11
goal.
of the last 12, and 3.5 has been like 9 of the last 12.
All right, I'll give it a 9 as well.
Yeah, I'll give it a 9. Oh, yeah,
whatever the odds were, I'll give that
9.07.
9.07. I'll give it that. Then I'll go on as well. It's pretty similar, but Newcastle head-to-head against Bournemouth, Aston Villa head-to-head against Fulham, Man City head-to-head against Chelsea, and Brighton head-to-head against Sheffield. That's $5.86, so it's a bit safer, but just the head-to-heads. Don't have to worry about any goals. Pretty much all of our main picks of the week, so I don't mind that one at all. What do you reckon?
I'm going to give that a 2.
Oh!
Because who do we lose to now? So I don't agree with the Man City head-to-head against Chelsea.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're brainwashed.
I'll give it an 8.5.
8.5, I'll take that.
Yeah, just something will stuff up. Oh, yeah, I'm against Newcastle, so there we go.
Oh, yeah, you didn't mind Bournemouth. Yeah, I'll take that then.
All right, that is the Code Bet Daily and EPL show done and dusted for this week. Look, we'll be honest, we're going on a hiatus with this show because there's an international break next week, and well, the show structure is going to change around a little bit from the Code Bet Daily. There is more than likely a name change coming, as well as just a complete structural overhaul of this show completely. So there's still us three idiots yelling about football, but in a slightly different sense. It'll be a bit.
Yeah, no.
No, we can't say
don't know
it. No, lawyers have got to take care of it. We've got to get the intern to go print off some paper, stuff like that. So hopefully everything does get ticked off. But same basic premise of the show, a little less analytical, a lot less betting, but more just general football talk. We'll be able to cover the Tillies more and more and more.
That's what we like to
talk
hear.
about football worldwide. So it'll be much more expansive. There'll be some A-League, some W League. What is it? WSL?
WSL.
That's the Premier League over there, as well as just Aussies abroad. So we're going to have a bunch of fun with it. So make sure you check out our social medias as well, because everything will be popping off along there. I believe the show will be on this feed under a different name. Hopefully we can get that one ticked off. Leo is slightly nodding at me.
We'll sort it out.
We'll figure it out.
We haven't sorted it yet.
Just pay attention to our socials, but go to the website, codebet.com.au. You can figure all of that out. But I think that's it. Cheers, Stats Guy.
Thank you. Hopefully I get more than 2.
Good stuff, Marcus. Good betting on the dogs there.
Cheers, Alex.
No thanks to Gerald, because he's on holidays. Jerk. Shout out to Josh. He fixed his computer. Everything. It didn't look good there for a minute, but good on Josh.
It's working
For a minute or 40.
We got to watch the couple of races for him. The good thing about Josh, he remained calm under pressure, and he got it done. So I'm just like, you know what?
That's why I'm glad you weren't having to sort that out.
Yeah, mate, I just would have been like, stuff. I absolutely launched it. But anyway, and thanks to me for hosting. This has been one of the longest weeks of my life. I'm so tired.
No one cares.
What do we say? No, don't leave.
What do we say, Alex? Where's he gone? Gamble responsibly.
May all your picks come in. Happy punting.
COVID out. Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.